Yeah, they did. They got bended. Yep. So
Uh,
you destroyed most of the orc soldiers, Regessian, I should say, orc soldiers in the room. And before anybody could really respond further, despite some ferocity kicking in and keeping some of them alive, you guys came in with a hypnotic blast that kind of just knocked them fucking silly. And you guys
That
ran
was
in
the
and tied them up.
acupuncture.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. It was the follow-up acupuncture, the tingles.
Yeah,
Follow-up with the tingles.
the heat, then the cold, then the numbing, and then the acupuncture.
So when I opened the map up this evening, there were no more of the markers on the orcs that you guys tied up. And also this guy right here was still listed as alive. And I'm pretty sure that's the guy that Kane just walked into and murdered, or somebody just walked into and murdered. So I X'd that guy out and put the net mark on the other three. I think that's right?
Which one were you talking about?
So
that you
this
killed
guy right here.
I'm sorry. I'm also. I have to switch to player.
As you guys come into the map, let me know when you can see the map, and then I'll kind of.
But honestly, when I'm just seeing it, it's like, yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
I mean, we had a couple. We had a handful that were.
Murdered. Yeah, I remember this guy getting murdered, and then this guy tied up. This guy tied up. This guy somehow was still alive, tied up. As people started to look around and explore, so Venice walked through this wall of darkness or curtain of darkness in this giant demonic face, and came into a room that was full of these tiny pinprick holes, almost like what you would see in like an irrigation tube in the ceiling, and these rivulet channels running back and forth on the floor, and then a door surrounded by runes that were in Ignan, right? I think that was what it was. It was fire.
Ignite.
Ignite, yeah, being Ignite of Ignan, yes.
I comprehend languages, so I was able to read them all.
Yes, and correct me if I'm wrong or not, but I think that you realized what you needed to do before we ended last week to get through that next door.
Yeah, I needed to break an arcane lock.
Well, in order to do that, you had rolled high enough to do that, or did you check? You rolled a check once, and then I think you rolled a second check, and the second check passed, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if it passed or not.
Okay. And then, while all of this was happening, several people started to explore the southern part of this space, going this way, because some perception checks were rolled and screaming was heard. And as people went that way, unbeknownst to everybody else, an Inquisitor was sneaking through the backside of the rooms, trying to avoid everybody, and showed up and took a number of pretty heavy punches from both Obscurity and I think one or two from Torrent. And then Damius, the Inquisitor, laughed, and as we ended last week, had cast a wall of fire. The wall of fire starts with Obscurity. I've drawn an orange line on the map, goes around, down, hits Torrent, hits Kane, hits Nim, and hits Mirajor. And I think what I'll do is I will kick on some fight music because we got a fight going, and I will say that everybody needs to make I had put it in the chat before, but I left, so I have to go back. Everybody needs to make a dex saving throw, and the dex saving throw for this guy is...
I take it Venice is excluded from that because he's...
Right, so quick fun fact, so fun fact, just as another reminder, somebody attempted to cast a spell to break, to counterspell what Damius was doing, and Damius rebuked that with a reaction that counterspelled back or dismissed it.
That was me.
Damius's saving throw is... Is it 15?
Yeah, I tried to counterspell it and it didn't work.
That's right. That's right. I knew. So with that, I need Obscurity, Torrent, Kane, Nim, and Mirajor to give me a dex save. And I
Already failed it.
need to grab.
Do it.
That's efficient.
Okay. Torrent passes. 18 on the die.
Deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I can use my reaction to roll a d4.
Kane saves.
So, 6. Oh, no, I can't because I cast the counter spell. Dang it, that was my reaction. Okay, never mind.
All right. So Torrent passes. Obscurity passes. Mirajor fails. Kane passes. Nim fails. All right. So on a failure, you're going to take 5d8. On a pass, you're going to you take half of that, and I will do that in game so you guys can see it. And we'll do 5d8. All right. So anybody who failed, 16 points of damage. Anyone who passed, 8. And actually, you know what, Kane, with a critical success, TJ did this in his game. I will reduce. I don't. TJ, did you do like a critical save means nothing happened, or you took like another half off of it?
Did nothing happen?
Then I really like that. So Kane, with a critical success, you take nothing as this hits. And I have to refresh because I don't know what's going on, but every time I do things, Roll20's like, you can't. You just can't. You can't do that. So
You can't get there from here.
I mean, you can get here from there, but you can't get there from here. Yes. All right. So
What
with
was
that said,
What was that 12 thing, that 12 number that was above my character?
so the numbers above your character, if you click on them, should indicate either your health or your AC. And if they were numbers that don't match up, maybe things didn't get put in appropriately.
So you want AC in blue?
I think that's what I went with. I think health was red and AC was in blue, but you can be anything you want.
I'm actually gonna have to calculate my AC.
All right, and so as everybody is sort of reeling from that, I cannot see the map right now, so I'm just trying to reload this again. I don't know if it's because of internet connection or what, but as I continue to try to make this happen, the thing, Damius takes another couple steps back. So the rules for firewall is if you are in firewall and you start your turn there, you can as you can exit it and you do not take further damage. However, if you re-enter or end your turn in Wall of Fire, you are exposing yourself to that same check again. And so the way that he has crafted this, the only two people that would not re-enter the Wall of Fire while he's concentrating on it would be Torrent and Obscurity, because the rest of you, he's left a gap. So if you walk
Okay.
into the room, you would have to re-enter the Wall of Fire. He's a real son of a biscuit. And look at that. On the 6th refresh, I got the map back. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make Damius go over here. Just additionally, the wall is opaque, which means you can basically see through it if you need to. And I think that ends the bad guy's turn. So what would you guys like to do?
Get a computer that works.
Tell me about it. I just had the map back for a hot second, and then all my shit goes to trash. So I basically know what the map looks like, and we'll go from there.
Uh,
Can I see that bitch?
right. I'm gonna throw a what's it? A vial of shatter spell, or maybe I'll give it to Kane to throw.
What? I don't know what that does.
Hold on. I'll get the actual name for it. No, vials of shatter spell.
I mean, I think you called it, so sure.
They're basically thrown vials of dispel magic.
Okay. And do they affect an area or the entire spell, or how does it work?
I have no idea. You gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Hold on. If they're an in-item game, or an in-game item, I should say.
Yes, I think that's the case.
Let's do it this way.
Now, Tom, do I know this lady's name?
So it is not a lady. It is Inquisitor Damius.
But do I know that, character-wise?
Unless this is something that. So what is your background? I guess is the question. And if your background hasn't been specifically with the Inquisitors, then I would say you probably want to make a history roll.
Background is Outlander, so no.
Okay, then make a history check. An 11, I'm going to say you recognize the garb that this person is wearing because the Inquisitors dress in this like crazy bestial gear. But as far as like a name specifically for this person, at this point you do not know.
Okay, but I can see her?
From where you are, no. The person has disappeared into the room past where you can see through the wall of fire. I think. Again, my map is all effed right now, but I don't think that you can see them. I'm sorry. Oh, Shatter Spell. Here we go. This black compound infused with anti-magic is poured into a sealable vial and extremely chilled. As it warms, it turns gaseous, forming wispy. As an action, you can throw this flask up to 20 feet, shattering on impact. Make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating the Shatter Spell as an improvised weapon. On a hit, make a D20 roll for each spell on the target.
Maybe it's more of a
or an object. I'm gonna say that if you throw this, it can dispel an area of the flame.
Oh, of course.
Unless you throw it at Demetrius, Damius, and then you can then that would dispel it potentially.
So how would dispel magic work on the wall.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that because the wall is an object, where it hits, it would dispel the spell that was on it.
Right. How would just dispel magic, casting dispel magic, how would that work on the wall? Would I have to choose a point?
That's you know what? That's a very good question that I don't know the answer to. So if we look at dispel magic, dispel magic 5e. Choose one creature on any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check. Choosing a creature or object. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to give this to you, but I guess, like, if you said the floor, because the wall of fire is touching the floor, you could do this. The only thing is that because it's a 4th level spell, I guess you would have to make an ability check in order for this to happen. Yeah, because it says on a hit for the shatter spell vial, make a d20 roll for each spell on the target. There's only one spell on the target. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, so 10 plus 4. The spell ends if the d20 roll meets or exceeds the DC, though shatter spell has no effect on permanent magical effects or magic items. So, I mean, I think you could literally just sort of like smoke bomb it right now and throw it on the floor and roll that d20, and if you get a 14 or higher, it just gets rid of the firewall. That, I mean, does that sound fair and logical?
I mean, it doesn't sound like I'm gonna be the one who throws it. Mirajor, how's your dex? Your dex is excellent. Here you go.
Well, so basically, to hit a spot, I don't know if this is D&D rules or not, but I like it. It's an AC of 5. So as long as your dex is going to give you more than a 5, then just throw it on the floor.
It's the
Well, my dex is +4.
And then the counter spell ability, if you will, is just a straight d20 roll to see if it works.
So don't drop it in your mouth.
DC plus this 10 to 14, yeah. Then what kind of check am I making? I'm making make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna go with Dispel Magic as a 3rd level.
The actual spell?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, sure. I will say this, that for the Shatter Spell Vial, if in the future you want to throw it at a spellcaster and you make the hit, like you beat their AC, you can roll that check, and then depending upon what you roll, that's what it will dispel. Because I like the item a lot, and I don't want it to be useless. But I think so. Like, you know, if it's got like a 3rd level, a 4th level, and a 5th level enchantment on them, whatever you roll, that roll can determine what it dispels, kind of thing.
Well played, Kev.
No more
like
fire.
Really high.
Yes.
Or maybe not. What happened?
No, it was 25. That is quite dispelled. It was dispelled on the dice roll.
20.
And so everybody, this Damius like guy says, "You will all burn, and then you will be my next experiments." And as he does this and casts this and steps aside, you all start to burn, and then like literally moments later, from behind you just hear Nim say like, "No," and then the fire just goes out.
I'm gonna step in the room after the fire goes out and hit him with something.
Okay.
We hit him across the nose with a rolled up newspaper.
No.
Bad dog.
He's up there.
No, I need a DC
Oh.
14 intelligence save.
That's a distance.
All right. So for him, is intelligence and is this a spell-like effect?
It is an actual spell.
So, all right. So it is an actual spell. Okay.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take a dog for a walk.
For what would you like us to make Kane do, if anything, before you
Not
leave?
die.
Not die. Fair enough. All right.
No promises.
I got a 14 even. I do not have an intelligence modifier, so no. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh yeah, I don't have. I just looked at it. Looked at it again. Intelligence modifier 0 and a 14 even.
Damn it. Well, but you still take half damage.
Okay.
So you take
the heck?
13
Oh,
points
yeah, that's
damage, but
So
if you had failed it,
13. Okay.
does anybody have anything that can help me screw with him?
Yes.
Does anybody get a screw with him effect?
This
Well,
guy
those
does.
13 points of damage, I will say, have dropped him to the critical threshold, if not below it.
That guy has that, and yet off he is.
Yet he's in the fire too.
Starting our next fight.
Without us.
That part's fine.
So, well, but if you had failed it, I would have incapacitated you too, so. Sad.
All right, we've got 3.
All right, so that was
Meleeers.
Mirajor, you stepped up, did that. Are you doing anything else?
Just a second. Let me check my real quick. And he looks like he's on the edge right now, right?
I mean, he's still up. Like, I wouldn't say ready to die, but he's still up.
He better start getting ready to die.
I mean, okay, you guys have all of your actions. I feel like you're probably going to kill him, but I also walked through several stunning strikes from Obscurity last week, and did not get stunned. So, I'm just saying, he may have more, but that's what we got.
Yeah, I've just got one more charge of the Blade Song, and I'm debating whether I want to kick it off now or wait.
It's a bonus action, right?
Yeah, but I don't get another one until I finish a long rest.
Oh, I'm not arguing that part, because I'm thinking that even worst case scenario, if anything happens, you can always activate it next turn, depending on what happens, because I feel like we've got this pretty good. We've got a couple melee opponents, or melee allies, who are still going to go run up and hopefully take chunks out of them. Maybe the last chunks.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I would think that before anybody else does or uses anything else, if you want to let Obscurity and Torrent run up and try to like flank and beat the shit out of them.
Kane's right here, but
okay, go ahead.
There's
I'm
no.
sorry, not Kane. Obscurity and Torrent.
No, I know. I'm saying Kane is right here too.
Oh, okay.
So we've
Okay,
got
go ahead.
3 potentials.
All right. So, Dolan, are you okay with that? Are you down with that?
No, she's grown to like him.
You know, you're the first person to burn all of me, just not some of me. So it's a real
Would you like us to
fuzzy
close
feeling.
the? Would you like us to close the door?
She comes
no,
out
leave it
10
wide
seconds
open.
later.
Mirajor. sorry, Mirajor. So I can't see the map. If somebody wants to move Torrent over there so you visually see what's happening, Torrent would run over to like provide flanking.
Oh no, I just lost my map.
He's in a corner. He can't flank.
Yeah. So Obscurity, you're over there. Just go and
Yeah, no, yeah, I moved myself and I moved Torrent, but then I immediately lost the map. So.
Yeah. Apparently tonight, anytime I move anything, it's like, nope, you can't see anything. Good luck with that. Go nuts with it.
Or if
So-
you move Torrent.
Oh, jeez. What the heck?
All right, in that case, I'm not going to touch anything. I'm refreshing once again.
Yeah, even my character sheet just fucking zoinked out.
Okay. Do you want to swing first, or do you want to have Torrent swing first, or what do you want?
I'll swing first. Because I'll probably stunning strike, but I just need to get my character sheet back up. Hold on. That's weird. Okay. Interesting. I'm no longer connecting to. Whoops! Roll 20. I'm gonna have to roll on roll 20.
So a part of me was just going to be like, oh, I can erase the line I drew for the wall of fire, and I was like, nope, not going to touch anything. I can see things right now. I'm not touching anything. All right, the 27 is definitely a hit. Holy moly.
Get that back. Let's see if this works. No? Yes. Okay.
For the record, this map has been a nightmare.
The worst map ever. Last one
For a number of reasons. I don't know if it's the worst map ever, but for a number of reasons, yes. All right, so that's 12 damage.
Yep, and last one, stunning strike.
All right, hold on. I want to do something. So are your attacks considered magical or not?
Oh, good question. Hold on.
Your stunning strike is not magical. That's why I was asking.
Stunning strike is not magical. My attacks might.
The hands become magical at like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Okay, then I am.
Okay, then you are. All right, perfect. I just want to make sure. Wait. Okay. Yep. Cool. He's got another little stupid thing that's going on too. But okay. Yep. All right.
I'm sure it is stupid.
It is stupid, but
just like
listen,
him.
This is why you broke up with the Inquisitors, right?
I know,
like,
they suck.
Stupid.
Really?
So you need to make a con save.
All right. Does a 17 pass?
I hope not, but it probably does. Yeah.
All right. You get the feeling that this guy's got some real magics that are helping with this shit. So.
Not gonna stop me from trying, but motherfucker.
Actually, I apologize. It's actually a 23. I went off his con as opposed to his saving throw. So he's got a 23. Yeah, he's good.
Cool. Cool.
But that was your first attack. I mean,
it's actually like a blackjack. So he went over. So now he's stunned.
Sorry, sir, you're dead. You went over. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That would be a ridiculous saving throw scenario. If you go under or meet, you're okay. But if you ever go over, you instantly die. 22 is definitely a hit again, for sure.
Okay, another 12. And unfortunately, I've exhausted my key, so no flurry of blows. I should have saved my stunning strikes for flurry of blows.
Yes, all the blows. But you still get to make an attack, just only one.
Mm-hmm. Just only 2 in 1, yes. Only a 2.
Well, I have a question,
as opposed to a 4.
As a monk,
so 3 versus 4.
With flurry of blows, though, don't you do like flurry of blows, and then you can do a follow-up with like a bonus strike from another body part, like you can do like a kick or a knee or something?
Flurry of blows is the bonus attack where you get 2 extra attacks. She's just doing her action, which you get 2 attacks, and then you can follow that with either a regular unarmed attack or with the flurry of blows, which you get 2 attacks. So you either get 3 or 4 for an extra key.
Okay. But I've only seen 2, so isn't there one more?
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Your bonus
I
action.
get one more?
Yeah. That's what I meant. Like
Your
like,
bonus
you should be able to
action-
make one more strike.
Your bonus action, you can make an extra attack.
Without
But-
using my key.
Right, but you only get 1 instead of the 2 that Flurry of Blows gives you.
Got it. Oh, I see it here. Yeah, bonus.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to shortchange her at all. I'm like,
No, I
I think this is
appreciate
something.
that.
Yeah, holy mackerel! Yeah, wow! Pow, pow, pow! You are nailing him. Like he's trying to say something like like
Nope.
devious and mysterious, and you're just like as soon as he opens his mouth, you're just breaking his jaw.
Mhm.
And burn
Ah,
Shut
fuck.
up. I'm just saying. Shut up.
You shut up! You shut up! But for some reason, he's also like weathering this,
Why are you
like
so
not well, but he's weathering it as it comes through. And so Torrent's going to step up to come in with her axe. Oh man, and that is a hit. That is definitely a hit. Now, what do you got, Torrent? You shut up because if I pull it up, I can't see anything on the screen. So Torrent is currently with her battle axe doing 1d10 plus 3. Does somebody want to roll a d10 and add 3 to it?
10.
All right, so 10 points of damage. He, for some reason, Torrent's attack seems to cut through everything, and now he looks like he's like on his like literal last legs, but he is still up.
The chosen one.
Everybody just starts like chosen one,
Right.
chosen one, chosen
I-
one.
I envision it as kind of like the Urukai who kind of appears with Boromir there, and it's just slow motion, and he's walking up, and this is what we see as Kane enters the room, just walks up slowly to
Walking, yeah.
finalize this guy.
Just don't fuck it up. Kane's rolled ones before. Just don't fuck it up.
That can't happen.
Also, this guy is a heavy spellcaster, and his AC is like not good. So shy of like a 1, you're gonna hit him. Just saying.
Who?
Kane?
Is somebody
There's
doing
Kane?
a thing with Kane? Or
I imagine Kane.
Yeah. Do
Well,
a thing
he
with
said
Kane.
he
He's
stepped
not
away
here.
to
He's
walk
walking
his
the
dog.
dogs.
Oh!
Quote, unquote, walking the dogs.
Well, then everything... Yeah, I know. Who knows what that means with Chris. Alright, well, in that case, yeah. Kane walks up, long sword. Is it gonna roll it, though? Is it rolling? Are you going? Okay, I guess I'll do this. Is that gonna do something? Is this gonna roll? Are there gonna be 400 rolls all of a sudden at once?
The first one counts. The first one.
Okay, so in that case, 22,
Yep, 22 is a hit. Yeah.
and we go with that's a 1d8 plus 7. That's
And
15.
because of the fireball, he also has the D6 as well, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say we had set this on fire. I thought
Yep. Yeah.
so. 19
and so-
on the first one.
And so with that, I like how we started this off, or you started this off with this idea of like the Uruk-hai walking up to this person that was basically on their last legs, and so how does Cain dispatch Damius?
With his flame sword, he stabs it into him, pinning him against the wall, and then just says, "It looks like you are the one who will be burning." Or for TJ, now who is the burning one? I didn't catch the accent very well, but it was a play on moist.
Damius is as he's pinned to the wall, like clutches the blade, this wooden blade that should not be, looks into Cain's eyes and is like, "Oh, you would have been an excellent subject," and dies. All right, so here's what I would like to do, because there are no more threats in the area that you are in. I will say that. And so
Okay,
I think you guys probably
Nim runs up and pushes Torrent out of the way. I'm sorry, this happens immediately. Yeah, and then I loot this guy's stuff and I take more of the fucking Inquisitor shit because.
Okay, well, so interestingly enough, this Inquisitor has another set of those like Wolverine bear claws Qatar thing weapons, but this guy's bear mask is
got 2 sets.
magic.
Oh
bear
shit!
Mask that this guy is wearing, yeah, because you're moving up the line now. Like you're checking out like better Inquisitors. This guy's bear mask grants a +1 to Constitution saves.
Ooh.
Like not your Constitution, but to the save itself. However, your Charisma score goes down. I'm sorry, no, I misread that. I'm sorry. It's a +2 to your con save, but your Charisma score goes down by 1. And everybody knows that you are an Inquisitor if you're wearing this mask. So this might be something to like keep in a bag and throw on before battle, as opposed to something walk around it, depending upon what you're looking to do. That's all.
No, I'm just keeping these things hanging off as trophies.
That's pretty dope. Like skulls just hanging from your belt kind of thing.
Fuck these guys.
Fuck these guys. All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest: is this is a safe place. If people, I mean, okay, it's not a safe place. It is a place where there are things to be discovered, and I think that rather than like spend the time with everybody trying to discover various things and rolling checks, I would like to just give some sort of data as we go through. And so with that, what I want to do is take a quick pause because I have to go let one of my cats in from the porch, and then we'll jump into this, and hopefully the map will let me see things as I talk to you. So I'll be right back.
Whoops. And I still want to, if we want to go check down where we heard the screaming, although we might just be getting that information, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I actually didn't anticipate that we would kill this guy so quickly.
Oh, I did. The Inquisitors are bitches.
All right, sorry about that pause. Also, it occurs to me that while you guys were battling Damius and this stuff was going on, there was something else happening. and that is, so Venice, you're still in this like
Yeah.
antechamber of a pyromancer's tomb, and I think you had found. You know what? If it's
No,
not true, then we're gonna roll with it. But I think that you had figured out what you needed to do to the doorway in front of you in order to break the arcane lock, and basically you just had to smudge out some of the Ignan symbols in order to open the door.
Okay. I definitely didn't, but I'll appreciate that and smudge them out.
Don't worry, I'll murder you later. It's totally fine.
Okay. Alright, so I smudge it out, and then I will try to open it again. What would you want me to roll an Arcana for that?
Well, so what I'm saying is, and maybe I misremembered this, and if I did, then just fucking stop telling me that I didn't remember this right, because I'm giving it to you for right now. 'Cause I want to kill you with this later.
Okay.
So the arcane. So basically, these Ignan symbols are around the door, and your first check did not pass, but I thought you rolled a second one, and that's why I'm saying you passed. And so your second check, you realize that you need to like smudge them out. So just sort of like almost like snuffing a candle, right? So you take your fingers and just like you realize that the runes that are there, you can kind of like draw some of the ash that's on the wall over them, and they snuff out. And the door opens. And so I'm going to do this, because I don't know if you can see this or not.
I can't see anything yet.
Alright, so I'm going to do this.
I can see it now. Alright. So,
Okay.
obviously...
What's fun is I just moved you and fucked up my entire map, so this is great. Like, the roll 20, best, I love it.
So, obviously,
So,
this is search the room without disturbing the grave.
Well, let me give you some flavor
Okay.
text first, sir. So you have now entered the inner tomb, and the inner tomb is surrounded by sheets of brass, and that brass, running down its sides, are these like curtains of flowing lava. The curtains are basically to like the north and the south of the sarcophagus, right? So there's like these two kind of hip walls to your north and south. Those are those gray blocks. There's open space that you're in. There's a sarcophagus, maybe 5, 10, 15 feet in front of you. And then to the north and the south of it, I can't click on anything or my fucking map goes crazy, and then nobody can see anything. And so
I can't see anything, so.
yeah, don't worry about it. Neither can I. So, by the way, Kane, you killed Damius, and then as you killed him, as you killed this this Inquisitor, Nim ran up and shoved you and Torrent out of the way, and
Just Torrent.
just pilfered the body.
Just Torrent. He was holding the body up, pinned to the wall with his flaming wood sword.
Yes, and now we kind of shifted over to Savennis. Savennis, you're in this room. There is this tomb. What do you want to do?
Well, I wanted to see, aside from the curtains, what else? Like, is there anything else in here? You know, like, what do I? If I were to just roll a perception, what else would I see besides just like the curtains of lava and the tomb? Or do I see anything on the tomb, or is there any sort of writing anywhere?
How about this? Give me a perception check, and then because I can't see anything, tell me what you're.
Okay. 17. It was a 6 on the die, but 17.
Everything's always fucking coming up so fast. So, on a successful DC 17 Wisdom Perception check, you notice faint runes etched around the sarcophagus. The runes are in Ignan again, and you're probably going to have to give me an Arcana check to know more about what to do. But you see this as potentially another trap that you need to figure out how to handle.
All right, so that one's a 25.
God damn it! Somebody else should have come in this room, not this guy. But
No.
Hey, it's a
We're
body.
with a 25,
Hey, I'm gonna go into the cursed tomb. Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, okay, he made it back.
You realize that you can smudge several of the Ignan runes again to dispel what is on this, but you're not sure for how long it will be. It could be a round, and then whatever the trap is will spring. It could be several rounds. There is a roll that I'm going to make so that I know how long you have. But you realize that with this like 20 whatever you rolled, that you can nullify whatever the triggering agent of the trap is. You can't nullify the trap, but if you smudge out these runes in the sequence that you figured out, you can open the sarcophagus, and then, however, the sarcophagus seems very, very heavy, so there's going to be like a strength aspect to this as well. I think I've said enough for right now. That's about what you get from it.
Okay. So I will attempt to smudge these out in the correct order and see if I can lift this up and see what I get. Hold on, one other thing.
Okay, so you don't need to make a check to smudge out the runes.
Oh, no.
You know how to do that.
Do one other thing. As I happen to have a fantastic little ability. So from the DOS loot, I have a protection from energy, specifically fire.
Okay.
So I was going.
Protection is resistance, not immunity, correct? So I'm trying to figure out. It was specifically. I want to say it was specifically fire, but I just want to make sure that that's it. Yeah, fire only. I'm going to assume it's resistance and not immunity because immunity is fairly rare. But
it's resistance. Yes. So it's I have to have concentration, but it's up to 1 hour. So I was going to use one charge of that to protect myself from fire.
All right. The sarcophagus is warm to the touch. The stone is warm to the touch, probably because of its proximity to the flowing magma to its north and south. However, it is not burning or scalding your skin, even before you put this resistance on yourself. But you do this, you give yourself some protection, you realize what you're supposed to do. You smudge out the runes that you feel compelled will at least stop this enchantment for right now. And if you want to try to open this, I need a strength.
Oh, what type of check? Sorry, I had a.
It is a. I'm sorry. This says a DC strength check, so not athletics, but that doesn't make sense. So athletics check.
Let's see what happens. Oh, 5. That did not work out in my favor.
All right, so you kind of get down and you Peter Griffin it. You know, you like that episode where Bill Clinton breaks down in front of his house and he goes out to help and he's like, "Listen, boys, I got this. Everything's with the back. You don't lift with the legs, you just lift with the back." And you're like, "Oh shit!" And it does not budge. And I'm gonna say that action, unless you have a bonus action to do, is going to be 1 turn. And remember, there is a clock that is ticking.
I know. Let me see the bonus action. Yeah, I think that's it, because any other spell I have is an action, so...
Well, so remember, you don't know how long you have right now. You could try another strength check. You could try to get somebody to come in and help you. You could dive into the magma and see what happens. I mean, you have resistance now, right? How bad they're going to be? So what do you want to do?
Again.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
give you
going to...
one more round.
What was that?
I said I will give you one more round of actions if you want them, and then I'm going to cut back to the party.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, in theory, what I would love to do would be to give myself, enhanced ability and then try it. But that's, an action, a spell plus then an action. So, but I don't think I have enough time for that.
You don't know. I've rolled the dice. 1 round has gone by. 6 seconds have gone by. You tried to open the sarcophagus, and it didn't work. So
I'd try one more time. So I'll give it one more go and see what happens.
Okay.
And now this is happening. Hold please. So, roll d20. All right, so it's an 8. So I will. At this point,
You like this time. You like get under it. You try to get like the palm of your hands underneath that lip, like get down so you can try to squat it up, and you just push with everything. And there's just no budging until your legs just start to like tremble and shake. And another turn has gone by. So.
All right. So I would, for the movement though, I would move out of the room and try to call to one of the party who's stronger to come and assist me. Sorry.
I would like to call for the muscle.
Yes.
Alright, I guess you mean me, the wizard.
Right.
So,
I mean, who else could he be talking about?
Maybe one of the
I can't even hold my own armor, so
I can't see anything. So.
I'm an orc.
Well, so
you're right, Tom.
Could Kane make it to him in a round?
I don't know. I can't see anything.
Well, I can't either. That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, I would try
we're
to.
all just asking questions.
Anywhere, so I'd have to move him here, but I can't get there. Not easily. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, that didn't work. Right. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I move him here and try to call from there. Sorry, I had to open the door.
All right. Can people hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because my computer has decided to be like, you're only going to hear half of what anybody's saying. So we're going to do it this way now. So just give me a recap. What are you doing?
I moved out into the hallway. I just had to get through the door passage here. And I would call to see if anyone could help this movement.
Okay, so you step out. You see a bunch of dead orcs, and you see the orcs that were tied up. And you could cry out. And I'm going to say that if anybody wants to listen and respond, they can.
Like I said, I don't even know if I can reach them. I can't see anything on the map.
Let's see.
I haven't really done
5,
anything, so
10,
just
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. What's your move speed?
30.
All right, so
Dash
if you
over.
double moved, Kane, you could get to him. Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
All right. So Kane makes it up to you, Savenis.
Yep.
What are you going to tell him, and what are you guys going to try to do?
Well, I'm going to explain the warnings first off. Just let him know, like, hey, there's a bunch of warnings in here about disturbing this tomb. However, I figured out a way to erase a few runes and open up the sarcophagus to see if there's anything in there without triggering the traps. So I just need some strength help in order to assist me with that. I've erased the runes. I just need someone to help me open the sarcophagus.
Okay.
All right. So Kane and Savenis on this turn can get to the sarcophagus, and then you still with movement, but then you have your actions if you want to take your actions. Morak, are you going in there as well or no? I just saw that you moved.
I'm winded. Took all my movement.
Yeah. You guys go ahead. It's a little too fast for me. All right. And after we deal with this, I'm going to cut back to everybody that's in the room that you guys just killed Damius in, just to go over that stuff. But, okay. So Kane and Savenis make it up to the sarcophagus. Again, they're... Kane, you feel like the heat in this room, and it's hot, like oppressively hot. Interestingly enough, you notice that for whether magical reasons or whatever, Savenis doesn't really seem to be affected by it at this point. But there are like curtains of magma flowing to the north, like above and below, north and south of this sarcophagus in this room. And if you want to try to open it, I need a strength check. I mean, Savenis, you could try to aid. I like the idea of like if you roll a 10 or higher, you give him a bonus. But you know what? Doesn't even matter. A 15 is exactly what you needed. And as you lift, like all of a sudden, like it's stone, so it can't creak, but it groans. And like, and as it opens up, inside, you see a withered corpse wearing a jagging gold and ruby ring. In addition, as well, like you see this desiccated corpse, but the biggest thing that you see on it is this like gangster pinky ring, basically, on one hand, and then there is also a book, like a book that's like gilded and
like the edges of the pages have that like gold leaf on it, and there's like these iron and like and metal clasps around it, and as Kane lifts it up, the skeleton's head rolls over, looking at the two of you and says, "Choose wisely, for your time is at its end."
All right, so you grab one thing, I'll grab the next.
He can't. He's holding the lid up. If he lets go, you're gonna lose your hands as it drops on you.
Oh, okay. Oh. Wait, but I have two hands. I can't just take both things.
So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You can grab a thing, and then I'm going to tell you what happens.
Oh. All right. I'm going to grab for the book.
All right. As you go to grab for the book, you see the skeleton's hand that's holding it like seems to like tense. So I need you to give me a strength check, an athletics or strength check, either, whatever is better for you.
All right. Let me do the athletics.
Neither.
None of the above.
All right, so it'd be a 10.
All right. With a 10, like you grab the book, and I forget what the movie is, whether it was like Evil Dead or whatever, but it was like you pull it and then the skeleton arm pulls it back and you got to fight with it, but you're eventually able to like wrest it free. Army of Darkness, yeah. And all of a sudden, like, it snaps back, and as it snaps back, the head says, "Your time is up!" And the lava curtains go and start to, like, pour into the sarcophagus and come at you guys. And you guys need to give me dex saves, as this room is now filling with magma.
Hold on. Can I, as one thing, can I cast Starlight Step and hold Kane and like get out of there?
Yes, you could. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I really like the idea of burning you with magma, but if you have a way out, then sure. Wait, does Starlight Step need you to know where or see where you're going?
You can see. And
So you can't
open.
you can't see the outer room. That curtain of darkness is still there. You could go to the next room if you did that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd go to the next room and then just kind of walk out. Like I'd go right to.
Well, wait, whoa. This is an ancient pyromancer's tomb with several layers of traps, but
Okay.
you could just sort of like buddy hug Kane and say, "We're out," and go right to the backside of the curtain on the backside of like that demonic mouth that you came through.
Okay.
But as you get there, you guys witness that like the lava that had been flowing as curtains now is seeping through the room, and as you get into this room, all of those tiny like water prick holes in the ceiling start to like and start to drop. And I'm gonna give you guys a chance to make a save and get out with no damage.
Okay.
But both of you need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19.
Oh, fucking shit. Okay, yeah, that's a save. Kane, dexterity saving throw.
It's coming.
Okay.
That's probably a fail.
All right. So as you guys both like duck to like get out, like Kane, like I'm sorry, not Kane. So Venice like grabs you and is like, "Thanks, buddy," and like you get out. And you get here and you see like this like irrigation magma flow start to drop from the ceiling. So Venice is like, "We have to leave," and jumps out, and before Kane can respond, one dollop of this bullshit falls and hits you. You don't have any fire resistance at all, do you?
I don't think so.
All right. And so in that case, you're going to take... If I can find
Since the last
dice.
time we played, have we had healing or rests or anything?
All right. I don't think anything that you haven't recorded, right, guys?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. All right, so you take 7 points of fire damage. It was 2d10. I rolled really shitty. You take 7 points of fire damage, but you can. But as you get out, you're able to like pat your like just sort of like brush yourself and get it out, and you're okay. And I'm just going to tell you that the entire tomb is flooded with magma that doesn't, for some reason, doesn't come through the curtain. But everything that you did not take is now lost to the fire. Okay, before we talk more about that, because that's some cool shit, let's go back to the room where everybody else is hanging out in. In this room, on the desk, Obscurity saw this, there is an 8-inch sphere of black glass etched with unusual carvings, with unusual curving silver patterns that are carved into it. The sphere is held in an oval wooden setting, carved with the images of two gods blowing storms from their lips. You guys can look through the rest of the room, and apart from a very, very comfy bed, a foot chest full of nothing, a fancy rug, and a wardrobe that seems to have like an overly fancy kimono, that's all that's in this room. But if anybody wants to investigate or know more about the orb, I will require an Arcana check, please.
Yeah, I would like the kimono.
Sure. It's there for the taking. Is there a particular pattern that you would like on it? Like, it could be floral, it could be sort of animals, it could be one specific animal that's large in some way?
He wants an Akatsuki symbol.
Oh, shit, that's a good idea. Yeah, now it's that. Because that's one that's just like, it's just like clouds. And it's like, yeah, kind of. And it's like, I know, but like...
But also, I know. Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, like, if that's what you want it to be, for sure. I mean, that sounds like something that if you ever get back to your house, you could totally have a lazy Sunday in. So
exactly.
Yeah. So, Mirjor, unfortunately, your Arcana check does not know what this is. I'll tell you that you know that it is wondrous, and that it is rare, and that it is somehow tied to elemental forces.
Wow.
Morak, by the way, as these two idiots, these two tomb raiders, come barreling back out of the curtain of darkness, you feel very happy that you did not go in there. And you also notice that Sovenis is clutching this like ancient tome in his hand. Oh, Jesus, Nim, what are you doing? So, Obscurity, roll that, or Torrent for that matter. Okay, so Torrent gets a 10, and also Torrent was a disciple of Lee, and so she points to this.
Oh, that's probably the scream we heard, which would be fine.
So interesting. Me, as I'm almost dead.
Interestingly, well, lots of you are having problems right now. So, I think, so here's what I'll say is, everybody give me a perception check really fast. Not really fast, but just give me a perception check, please.
Do really fast.
22!
Nice shit.
Everything's coming up. Fucking Sovenis. Obscurity, Sovenis, and Morak. You guys hear... Shockingly, Obscurity hears this too. Shockingly, Nim hears this too.
That's not shocking.
It sounds like that scream that you heard before has turned into dying gurgles and is coming from those southern antechambers. So there's more to investigate and see. And so I think that what I would like to do, because again, this is a safe place, at least for now, I just want to give you guys a dump of information. The first is, the glowing orb on the desk is an orb of storms. while holding the orb of storms is connected to a control wand, which is not here. And Torrent can speak to this. She's like Lee spoke of these, whether he had one or not, and that the orb's power is connected to the wand, and whoever controls the wand or has the wand has effectively the power from the orb. It effectively gives you the ability to call lightning, call thunder wave, and alter and control weather and maybe even water in ways that are above and beyond what the normal sort of caster abilities are for that. And so she explains that. And so though the orb is important, it is more important that the possessor of the wand connected to it is either broken or it's taken from them, kind of thing. All right, so that's that. That's that, he says, because there's no additional things to say about it. But just to go into it a little bit further. And just, I want to double check to make sure that I've got this correct, because I have to go back and double check this, because the book is good, but it's not amazing. At one point, Morak, you had gone over to the top left corner of the left room that had the two magma pillars and then those green tanks. And can you just roll me a perception check for while you were over there? And I'll give you some extra information. Actually, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm just going to tell you. While you were over there in the northwest corner, you saw the large tank full of green biomancy fluid, in which was growing a young Sahuagin, and that all of this area seems to have biomancy crafting tools. And as you look at the bottom of each of these, like the growing tank and these other ones, each of them have this metallic labeling on them that have the initials P period D period.
Uh-oh.
P. Diddy?
Right?
The diddler.
We have to get out of here right now.
You get it right.
Right. PD.
These tanks are filled with baby oil. That's
a lot of green baby oil.
The tears crazy.
All right.
Well, you know how you buy in bulk, like at Costco or something. It's not weird.
I make a pallet of baby oil.
Right. As you would.
All right. So, do you guys want to? Can I just give you guys the rest of what's in here, or do you want to go explore? It's up to you. There are no more enemies to face in this space. So.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to go to the Scream, and then that got pushed off for the priority when Obscurity was being attacked.
Yeah. No, I get. No,
so,
I listen. The way that this battle is set up is that when you come through the door, somebody runs to go get the Inquisitor. That was the guy that was running out the back door that you guys fucking fire blasted. However, you dropped a fireball and then another ice spell and then a bunch of other shit, and you came in and started yelling, at which point the Inquisitor was like, I'm going to exit over here and see who I can get by myself. Unfortunately, the two people he got by himself was Obscurity, who has 40,000 attacks and stunning abilities, and Torrent, who isn't that amazing, but also doesn't suck. And he took a shit ton of damage before he could do the flame wall. His intention was that if you hadn't dispelled it, you would have exited and then had to re-enter to come and engage with him, and he could have survived another round and done something. But unfortunately, fortunately for you guys, you did it. So if you go down, you find out that down here, I'm going to just do a shift click right now. So down here on the map I'm going to try to, and it's not doing it, so whatever. You find out that there is a torture chamber, and you find that there is the remains of a woman who has been brutalized on one of the torture wrecks. Her body is covered in small scars and has apparently bled out. There is also... Sorry, go ahead.
I might be able to help that in a second. I might be able to fix that.
Well, wait. I'm going to tell you right now. You can't fix her. She's dead. Like, she's dead.
Oh, I can't revivify her?
I mean, if you want to do Lee is still somewhere, and you should save your spells.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
I shouldn't have said that, but sometimes I don't try to be a terrible DM. Sometimes. So
the rest of the time you are trying to be. That checks out.
No, I think it's just my nature. I don't think I'm trying. Like, when, like the person who's like, I like flowers, and they gravitate to flowers. Like, I want to kill you. I just gravitate towards that. It doesn't mean I'm bad or I'm trying. This happens. So, anyways.
And the frog.
However, outside of the torture chamber, so Nim, I'm going to try something. It's probably going to fuck up my map, but...
Oh, that's why. Why is that so far off?
Did I let you through? Did I move you through? Okay. So Nim, to your right, so it would be to your left, but on the right of the map is the doorway to... I'm going to try, if I can try this and hope it works. Yes? Give it to me? Come on. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm torture chamber right now, though.
I just tried something that didn't do anything, but... Yeah. All right. And there it is. All right. So that's the torture chamber. And then in front of you is another one of these like stone bridges across lava. I'm gonna guess that you'll go explore that area. Yes?
Yeah. I assume that we've got at least the 3 that were coming with me originally. Which was me, Mirajor, and Moruk. If not, that's fine.
I mean, that's fine with me. Like, whoever's with you is with you. That's fine. I just realized that I was muted again. I don't. No,
and she was not the one that it seemed like just died. The lady.
I think she just died.
No, the lady, the screams that you heard subsiding. That was the lady in the room to your left, right on the map, left for the way that you're facing.
Oh, so she was killed just recently.
Yes, like it looks like she died from her wounds.
How long ago? I know you said she's dead, but
it looks like it very recently. Like from your perception checks, it sounds like she was being tortured when you first came in. That was the sound effect that you heard, her screams. And then as Damius was like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?" and like basically circled left as you guys were circling right, and then enacted his plan, doomed as it was. That time frame with her not being treated in any way led to her demise.
Yeah, I like the idea of the revivify. Because that is Well, within the last minute, and I would argue that I kind of ran over here right after.
No, I'm sorry. What I said was not that you can't do it, but Revivify was a high-level spell for Sylvanas, and you have not yet found Lee. That was my statement.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we can revivify at any point in time too. Like we can always come back and revivify.
I think there's a time frame, but it's not like
Revivify
like,
is within the last minute.
Oh shit!
Okay,
in that case, wait. In that case, I would like a luck check, and I'm going to give you a 40% chance that you can still do it. So that's a D100 for whoever's going to try to do it.
All right. So then that's where I have to bring up my argument then. That I mean, I was going for the scream.
You were going for the scream, and then the fight broke out, and you were part of the fight.
And that was 2 rounds, which is 12 seconds. So call it 18.
I'm just saying she was bleeding
24.
out and dying at that point. And so if you get to her and you want to spend this spell, I think there's some chance to it that maybe
30.
You were being cautious because there were, the potential for enemies or whatever. But I think a 40% chance of being able to do this is pretty good. The adventure as it's written says you don't, but I'm willing to do it if you make the percentage check. That's all.
Also, is this somebody like that we know is super significant? Or has...
No, probably completely insignificant, especially you're not even supposed to.
It is a female elf. That is the body that you see dead before you.
So I'll go with the top 40% on the D20.
Okay, so 60 to 100?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's ultra dead.
Yeah, you're like, we can save her. Shit.
Her head isn't even attached.
Yeah, her.
Let's
Jesus
see.
Christ.
If
there's moans coming out of just organs and gas. That's it. Oh my god. That's
the scream just came from her neck. Like I went. Shit. What was that from? Like I feel like there was definitely at least one movie where it's like, you go over, they touch the body, and then the head falls off. I'm sure there's multiple.
Oh, I think there's multiple movies with that, but yes. So, okay, so you go over and her head falls off, and you're like, shit. Didn't, okay. And you kind of, you head south, and again, all my shit, I refreshed tonight just so this wouldn't happen, but whatever. You head further south, and you enter into this room that is again exposed to magma, right? And there is a stone bridge crossing it. And if you choose to cross the bridge in this sort of like dark, sweltering chamber, there are a series of iron-barred cells. I'm trying to I'm really trying to get the map to work with me right now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and so is somebody or some buddies heading that way?
To the south.
Me and
yes.
Torrance are, but my shit has also.
Yeah, I don't know. Roll 20 is going cray right now. So, anyways,
slow today.
Yeah,
it's weird. So, I'm having no issues. So I don't know.
It's Kevin. Get him.
Right.
No, anyway.
I'm taking all the good roll 20.
So
we're supposed to roll a D100 though on that luck roll.
No. Well,
I just went with the D20.
Okay.
All it does is take the 10 percentiles and sum it into the ones. That's same difference. So
yeah, if it's 40%, it's whatever.
All right. So as you come across the bridge, you see there are these 4 cells. The first cell, for anybody who is magically inclined, is radiating like fucking like gamma radiation radiating abjuration magic.
Ooh, can I explore that?
And well, hold on.
I'm
And as you guys come closer, you see that in this cell is a pillar composed of
urine.
Something dicks. A pillar of dicks. No. You see a pillar that seems to be composed of alchemically crafted stone called opalite. And at the top is this sort of like focus point, like all of the angles like sort of like come to it, and there's a beam coming out of the top of it. And this seems to be some sort of like magical beacon of some sort. If anybody wants to give me an Arcana check, maybe I can tell you more.
Let me try to do that.
Yeah, I might as well roll another one.
22.
You know what, Savannas, you are literally the best character to have in this game at all time. Like, it's crazy. But, what I'll tell you... I mean, like, I don't know what everybody else got because I can't see it. But what you recognize this as is that this is a like a focus effect or something that like further accentuates like global magics. And what this is a greater shutdown or accentuation of the teleportation shutdown that's currently being experienced by everybody, right? Anybody who's trying to teleport or use teleportation magic is getting burned by something that may be connected to what the Regessian Empire is doing. And this focal point is what not only allowed, like, or disallowed anybody in town to, like, try and teleport, but also exacerbated the damage that would be dealt if the Wayfarer ship tried to teleport, which was why instead of, like, 20d6, it was 40d6. And also was probably like an astrophage for our Warhammer 40K fans that brought Jessica here, that was able to like summon a devil directly here without any teleportation difficulties.
Interesting. Can I... I like the fact that it's a focus, but I want to remove that it's focusing on the spell. On the teleportation.
Just distract it.
I mean, so first of all, it is a sealed cell that you do not have a key to if you want to try to get into.
Can I sleight of hand it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Guidance.
15.
You are able to, well, like, are you using like a lockpick or like a bobby pin or something to open it up?
I also said guidance, so yeah, D4.
Right. Oh, D4. All right, 1D4. Basically, D4. 17 now. Okay.
So yeah, so 17. So you, whatever you're using,
thieves tools,
like,
yeah,
like thieves tools, right? You're just like beep beep boop, 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 and you open the door, and as you open the door, there's like the energy that's coming off this thing is pulsating. It's like, and like, I don't know if you've ever been at a concert or been in someone's car with like super subwoofers or whatever,
yeah,
but there's like this sort of like pulse that you can physically feel as you open the door.
Okay. like I want to somehow like contain parts of the energy in order to like use my own, uses, of course. But I also want to destroy this. What am I able to do to this focus? Like, as just.
Well, so the first question I have is this: is you have unlocked, like sort of the jail cell to this. You've opened it up. You have felt this sort of pulse coming towards you. I'm going to say you haven't done anything else besides that. So what is it that you want to do? Are you entering? You want to touch it? You want to grab it? You want to look at it? You want to punch it? Like what are you doing?
I was going to enter and just try to touch it, but also like kind of touch it, but feel the arcana of it.
So as you go to enter into the room, as you step past the portal that you have opened, I need a strength saving throw.
Oh, geez, because I'm really good at that. Oh!
Fucking Sylvanas! Are you fucking serious? Alright, so is there anyone standing next to Sylvanas right now? You're not going to get hurt, but just tell me who's standing next to Sylvanas right now.
I am. We're both up at the cell.
So in the most you can't do that on television moment, but it's fucking horizontal instead of vertical. You don't get like he steps in and somehow dodges this slimy green goo that goes over everything that should make him freeze like almost Medusa stone style if he came in that room. And he just goes, no. You get some on your face and it stings like a bitch. It doesn't do damage, but you're like, fuck, shit. What do you want to do in this room? Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. What do you want to do? One of these days, Sylvanas, one of these days, I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'm just telling you right now. But one of these days, like you dodged like 6 lava traps to get the fucking book. You still don't know what it does. But okay, go ahead.
Well, I want to reach out to this focus. I want to remove its focus on the teleportation aspect, and I want to see if I can harness at least like a part of this power for myself, either like chip off a piece in order to retain some of the magical qualities of it, in order to enhance my own spellcasting. But yeah.
So you're able to get in the room. You're able to get over to this like this obelisk with this like central crystal.
Oh, it has a crystal in the obelisk.
There's like this divot at the top, this focus where like the obelisk has been like cut into various angles that are focusing it. So, excuse me. You get to it. You're able to step to it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Wait. You're going to roll an Arcana check, and I want you to aim high. And if you do it, something's going to happen. If you do it really awesome, something else is going to happen. So that's why I'm saying that. So,
no, did not work.
All right. So, does Sylvanas bow or follow any gods, or is Sylvanas just like I'm a fucking free range chicken? That's what I am. So
I follow the faith of Seldrine. Or Seldron.
He follows David Ortiz, seeing as how he's playing a Red Sox. Who go from
to do it. Yeah, so.
top, first place to last place.
Also, that was
with
the
the
worst
20
David Ortiz I've ever done.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I need more time to practice. But So,
you know,
do you want
I'm
to
David
do?
Ortiz.
So, anyways,
I hit the home runs. What are you gonna do?
So with a 6, here's what you get out of this is that you're like you come up and you put your hand or like whatever you want towards this like power focus, and as you touch it, you start to feel this like vibration in your hand, like through your arm, coming back up. Like I recently found out I'm not the only person that does this, but like the downstairs shitter in my house has a bathroom, if you will, has a like a vent fan that's like this.
You're all classy and shit.
Like it's super loud. And as you're sitting there trying to poop or pee or do whatever you're going to do, sometimes I try to harmonize with this, where I just go like ooh, and it creates this weird like vibrational feedback with me. And for a long time I'm like, I'm the only person on the planet that does this. And I've recently found out that lots of fucking weirdos do this all the time. So that said, this is what you experience. You go in there and this column is vibrating. And either whatever your sort of methodology is, you are next to it, you're touching it, you're vibing with it, whatever. You start to take on that vibration and you start to see immediately this like vast picture of how this particular column is accentuating what the burning sky is doing, this artifact is doing wherever it is, and it is like shutting down people's ability to move. It's shutting down the ability for people to teleport and not get hurt, etc. And as this starts to happen, it also starts to like shake and crack and dissolve like chalk grinding against itself. And as it does that, your vision of all of it starts to shut down more and more. But before you kind of like lift your hand and step away, it's like gross, I don't need to be part of this. This sound, this like instrumental sound just shoots to you, and it speaks to connection. Like, I don't know how to do that in the sense that I don't have like a sound file or whatever, but it's sort of like if you've ever heard the strike of a violin or the sound of like a harp and you go, I need to listen to more of this. That's what you hear as this pillar in this room crumbles and falls to dust. And so as that bullshit's happening, anybody else that has sort of come down and crossed this bridge into this room, you see that in the dark corner of this sweltering chamber are these cells. There's this goddamn pillar. There are cells that are scorched with blood. But there is one cell that is left with one person who is not dead. She is withered. He is withered. He is dried. He looks like living beef jerky. And he is in the third cell.
Okay. Head over there. Is it open?
I mean, I'm going to say at this point that you guys can just open it if you want.
Okay. However that happens, thank you. Go in. See if we can. I've got purify food and drink, but I don't have conjure it, I don't think. which is not as helpful. But yeah, if we can get him down as well, or unchained, or if he is chained.
Yeah, so if you come in and you're going to try to like resuscitate or do whatever, mark off or use whatever you're going to do to it, and you are introduced to an apprentice mage named Tamor, a human sorcerer, who explains to you that he teleported in with the Wayfarers, but somehow wound up here and was quickly kind of absconded and beaten and subsumed by the Regessians, as well as the Inquisitor, as well as this elf that he had kind of befriended betwixt cells named Faquanel. It's a crazy name, Faquanil, Faquanel. But Faquanel is, in fact, the young elf that you just found dead and headless, yes, that Damius had used for his most recent sport.
And final.
Tamor will tell you that he does have one particularly vital piece of information, and that is that a few hours earlier, just before you guys arriving, he saw a man who the party should recognize by description as Lee came in and said he was taking to Damius a control wand in case he had to change the weather in a hurry. And then he left.
So Lee took the wand from Damius.
Lee came in and took the wand. The wand is the thing that's connected to the Orb of Storms.
Yep.
He has done this within, most recently, the last few hours. So yes, you have that correct. I will ask one last perception check before we go on to any further stuff and things. Just because it fits so well with this. Lava, got it, okay.
Yikes.
Also, tell me what you get, because Roll20 keeps like kicking me out, so.
415.
That sounds
really
like a
good
sensible roll.
24.
12.
So
one more perception?
Perception, yes. So, what I will say is this, is that anybody who rolled high enough, and I know at least one of you did, there is the sound of thunder and lightning and storm and hurricane that sounds like it has suddenly intensified coming from above you. And you know that your actual ultimate target, Lee Sedenoth, is somewhere above, continuing to summon storms. And so with that, it's 11 o'clock, and I want to see what you guys want to do, but I also have to use the restroom. So I'm going to pause and be right back.
I'm going to, before you go, I'm going to call it for myself, but you guys keep playing. I got nothing left. My back is killing me.
Have a good night.
Good night. Go better.
Cool. Later.
I think I'd be collecting some of this dust into a pouch. I have plans.
The dust of the pillar?
Of the pillar, yeah. I feel like it still has some magic imbued in it, and so
And the pillar is shut down? Like
yeah.
The pillar is not even a pillar.
Okay.
It's dust. but I'm thinking if I could make it into like some sort of ink and like maybe etch it into like all of my instruments or etch it into musical sheet music or something, I'd be able to create some sort of spell focus.
Use it like residuum.
Yeah.
Build it into pour it into something.
Yeah, some sort of
creates
thing. It is comical that the thing I shouldn't have gotten a 20 on, I got a 20 on, and the thing I should have gotten high, I definitely did not.
Yeah, but
That one.
Sometimes that's how it be.
Take away the dice rolls. Oh yeah, I gotta look at this stupid book too. This silly book.
So Lee got in here, got the wand, and got out before we ever showed up.
Sounds like it.
And now he's up above us.
I had to restart my computer during that because everything was bugging out. Now it seems to be much better, but it sounded like, because I had to restart like right when you guys like started gathering information about the pillar. It sounded like the pillar was the thing that was causing burning sky, or no?
So I was curious about that myself, but I think it just enhanced it.
Yeah, it's enhancing and it's not actually the reason. It's just the effect of it.
Okay. So I wonder if there's multiple of these pillars out there, sort of as hubs.
So, what you know is 100% right. What they just said is this was enhancing it specifically for the location of Sequin. But as far as, are there other kind of pillars that are creating this
like
focality or whatever? You're not sure, but again, this whole thing of like teleportation burning the shit out of you when you do it, that's still a real thing as of right now.
Tom, would I be able to collect the dust? I want to try and make like a magical ink out of this.
I would say yes, but I have a question. When you did your Starlight Express, is that teleportation?
It is teleportation. I should have taken a D4 of damage.
No. You should have taken more than that.
Okay.
Because of the focal point. Both you and Kane need to take, because of the distance, it was only within one span, both of you take 1d10 points of fire damage.
Alright. So 7.
Okay. And then roll another one and give it to Kane, if somebody can.
5. There we go. That's great. I'd rather have him get less than me.
He's almost dead. He comes back, he's like, why am I more almost dead?
Because you went to sleep.
So basically, there are no threats down here right now for anybody, but you realize a couple things. Lee must be upstairs somewhere, in the sense that like If he's not here, but he's grabbed the wand.
There.
Well, no. In order to have access to like what the wand does, he has to be in a certain distance proximity to the orb. Also, I will tell you this, that like destroying the orb does not destroy his like connection to it. Like he still has access to it until like the start of the next day. But if you guys want to like head out of here and go try to do it, your newest pickup, Tamor, the human sorcerer who you found in the cell, Tamor is like, he is not to be trifled with. Like you need to be at your best. Please make sure that you're healed up before you get and see him.
Yeah.
Also, don't leave us here.
Don't worry, Tamor. You're coming with us.
Yeah. I'll trust and believe. But yeah, I'm pretty much worthless. I can only hit people 3 times, so I'm like totally worthless. Unless I get
Hold on. I'm sorry. I've seen you hit people 3 times before and kill them. So calm down. Just calm the F down, bro. But okay.
I can kill them in 1 round.
And you have to take a whole short rest to recover everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm perfect at everything again. Oh, my bad, yo.
So can we do that?
Here's the thing. A short rest.
I'm feeling like probably not.
Wait. So what? I guess what I would say is, I would leave that up to you. However, the longer that you guys take, you know that the storm that apparently Lee is now in control of is wreaking havoc on all of Sequent, but also, or Sequent, I should say, but also your fucking house is in Sequent. So, I mean,
our house is fine. Our house is
I'm not gonna lie.
fortified.
Like I already know the rolls I'm gonna make you make to see if it's destroyed. But the longer you take, maybe there's more rolls. So,
stop it! It's a short rest, for Christ's sakes. And
your house doesn't get a short rest. I'm just saying.
Right.
What's our
Hold on. Wait. Let's put it this way. Wait. For reality's sake,
It's had a long rest.
No, but hold on. A short rest can be done in 30 minutes for sure. However, think of what a hurricane can do to your home in 30 minutes.
We
up to you.
all
Your choice.
lived through hurricanes. Has anybody
Lived
lost
through
their
hurricanes?
house in it?
Hold on. Lived through
has anyone of
hurricanes
you lost
in
the
New
house in a
England.
hurricane?
Have you lived through a hurricane not in New England? Very different scenario.
Right. New England hurricanes are okay. Fine.
Bullshit? Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, put some cardboard on the windows. It'll be fine. Let's totally go.
I mean,
yeah.
New England
As
is
opposed
superior for that.
as opposed to like other parts of the world where it's like, oh, the hurricane came through and now my house is now in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that's fine.
That's Florida. That's only Florida.
You guys are literally the Florida of Dason right now. So, all right. So there you go. What do you want?
I do also have another point on that.
Well, this place is like falling apart, so it's way better shape than Florida.
Right.
Point.
That the longer we take also, this storm probably helps us with the naval fleet we don't really want around. Just throwing it out there.
Well, you also remember that before you left that there was some locals that wanted to run out to fight them. And you talked some of that down, but you did not talk all of that down. So there are locals that may be trying to sail out to fight the Celesti as well right now.
Well, that's like the Texans who shot at the storm. Like, the gene pool needs to be cleansed at that point. Like,
wow. You know what? Wow. So Dolan, I'm not gonna lie. If that is your take, that's fine. But as far as some things I had coming for you, I'm changing a number of them right now. So okay.
My God is vengeful, apparently. Whatever. We can do whatever you want. It's just my vote to take a short rest because I feel like we'd have a better shot. But if nobody else needs a rest, then I can push through.
It's.
No,
I mean, so what I'm saying is, you can take a short rest. I mean, because you can do a short rest in up to a half hour. That's fine, but there will be consequences to it. So that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Wow, way to stutter all over myself. Hello, everybody. Presentation. Blah 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 blah. What I was trying to say is that Torrent does have like kind of a mass heal spell. I think we talked about that last time we held off on it, but she can do Prayer of Healing. I gotta pull it up again, but I think that is a certain amount of people. So, Prayer of Healing. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain hit points of 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. And her modifier is 37. No, it's not. Her modifier is
28.
A lowly 22.
Torrent. Where's Torrent? Torrent is right here. Torrent is +4. So it would be 2d8 +4. So a potential 20 hit points if you want her to cast this right now.
I don't need health myself, but other people might.
That's what I'm saying. Who needs health? Because Torrent is willing to help out.
I think Kane was saying that he needed it. Let's see, where was he? Ezekiel Kane. Refresh. And how much did he take? 5?
Yep.
5.
Okay. Well, it's taking a while.
All right, so how about this? I'm going to roll a Prayer of Healing, and 6 people can take the following. So 6 people get 13 points of healing back. And then I'll mark off one of these spell slots.
Christ.
And then if somebody needs more or people need more, I can do another one.
What was the 6 for?
What do you mean the 6 for?
Well, you rolled 13, and then you rolled 2d8 + 4. Curious as what that was about.
Yeah, I have no idea. What the hell is that about?
Okay.
Yeah, don't look at the second part. I don't know why that did that. Don't look at that. I'm really glad I didn't roll 1, 1, and a 4. So 13 is what everybody gets back. So
just so people know.
Wait. Did it say advantage or something? I don't know what is that.
No. You double click or something like that.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But so yeah, do we need more? Like she has one more second level spell slot that she will burn if we need to do multiple people again. So
Kane is at 18.
Oh God, Kane.
Yeah, after that.
Can somebody
I'm sorry.
help him?
Just to be clear, that's after the heal that he just got.
Oh, no shit.
All right.
Yeah, I can see why he was like, did we get any healing? It's like, no, we did not.
I am gonna burn one spell for him, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna roll 3d8 + 5 for him for a cure wounds. Let me do that quickly.
And Nim, can you throw a heal at him? And
Yes.
if not, I also, if we don't want to use our spells, I have
22 points back.
And he also might have, what's it called?
Cure wounds.
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands is correct.
There you go.
Still at 35. So that
Even
might
with
just
the
get
extra
popped
22.
on.
Oh.
He has 35 of the whatever. So he just got 22.
Yeah, he just got 22 back.
So he's at 40 out of 59.
Okay, that's a lot better.
I'm just gonna throw some lay on hands.
Perfect.
And then once he does that,
and just as a reminder, Torrent with one last second level spell still open, she does have spiritual weapon that she could drop, as opposed to another prayer of healing. So, just in case, like I try to play her as beneficial as we can.
And Mirror Drawer, did anybody heal Mirror Drawer up? At 13 points? So I think he was down a little bit.
He would have gotten the 13.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else? I don't know how low he was.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh,
there
yeah.
he is.
Oh, I have a freaking mute button on this thing that's been on. I've been making wise-ass comments all night.
And they were great too.
I get it.
They were really good. I bet.
Yeah,
finally this time.
Yeah. Anyways, I took some of that 13 healing.
Okay. And Mo-Rock did. I don't know if TJ's still here or not, but make sure Mo-Rock gets that 13.
At 13?
Yeah, 13.
Prayer.
Oh, Tom, what was that book, by the way, that I ended up grabbing?
Oh, don't worry about it. You don't know yet.
Identify.
I mean,
yes,
but you don't.
Yes, but I'd certainly like to.
Yes. I mean, I that is why I asked. You're right. I do not know what I grabbed. I would like to know.
If I knew, I wouldn't have to ask. I just know. You know, I don't.
Well, maybe I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of sounds to say. Maybe you've learned some things. Maybe you learned some things, baby. But
Okay, so we all healed up. Are we not taking a short rest? We're just moving on, I assume.
It's gonna
just something
take a few
where
more checks to understand, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. As we're moving, can I do checks as I move?
You know what? Sure. Yeah, actually, you know what? Sure. Let me ask you this. So you guys you guys realize that the only player that's left on the stage right now is Lee. Lee's not down here. Lee's got to be upstairs somewhere. You guys came through this whole place because you tracked him to the eye of the storm, and well, he wasn't here yet. So you came in, you dealt with a bunch of bullshit. Obscurity almost died. You figured some other shit out. And then, that's right. Well, we can do anything else. I want everybody to give me a history check. And I'm looking for an 8 or above. If everybody gets below an 8, guess what? Those fucking skeletons are going to attack you. I just need one person to be above an 8. What do you got?
So far, no. Oh, so vanished.
I just hear hiccups. But okay.
We got 12 and a 15 on the board so
All
far.
right, you guys are good. You fucking sons of bitches are good. Okay.
High five.
So you guys make it back up. Up with things? No, I'm just going to shut off now. So you guys make it back through the column of skeletons. Remembering, you go one at a time. It's a good time. And so you make it back up. You hear the in that northern door, and you go, fuck it, I'm not going through there. And right as you guys make it back to the main door. Yeah, no. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was Nim that was like, don't open that, leave it alone.
Yes.
But as you guys make it back to like the main door that you guys came through, right now you're in a room where the water is at basically like hip height. You swam up through some steps, came back around. One at a time you walk through the undead entryway. But in this room, as you guys come in, you realize that the storm surge outside is starting to become inexplicably more intense. And as that starts to happen, you see that the surge from the storm is starting to like rush its way through the entryway that you guys had come through as you were exploring this. And as that happens, you hear from outside, I can't imagine you had lived this far. Well, I guess it's time. Time for me to make sure my master knows how committed I am. Come on out! And I think that that's a good point for us to stop for tonight. Also, good job, everybody. I mean, some of it's annoying, but also other parts of it are pretty awesome. So there you go.
All right.
Thank you, Tom.
Listen. I wasn't sure how this whole fight was going to go, and it's been interesting. Like, it has been very interesting thus far. So we'll see how it is. But you guys are about to face off against the big bad. This is the end of this book. Book 4? I think it's book 4? I think it's book 4. Wait. This is...
Story of a girl.
It is really good. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. I think it's book 4. So, anyways. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I've tweaked some things. I've tweaked other things that I have not at all. Like, it's just been like, no, don't tweak that so well. But I hope you guys are having fun. The whole point of this was really, you have to explore this like subterranean vault and then come back up and fight the main bad guy. And I'm like, wow, that sucks. I'm so glad I'm not a player character right now. But okay, so here we go. So, but I also am excited to see how this goes, because I think it's going to be a really cool thing. And I think next week, this will be the end of book 4, which may grant other stuff and things. Maybe you guys get nothing. We'll see what happens. But I hope that everybody is having fun. I hope that this is still enjoyable. And I'm still fucking completely bamboozled by the fact that Sylvanas has the magic book he stole from the Pyromancer's tomb. So there we go. All right. So,
what was the other stuff?
There was a ring.
There was a ring. Yes.
Okay, so it was ring the book. That's fair. Because I was gonna say,
he's probably got the Pyromancer's thong.
Right.
I didn't want to say anything, but you're leading in the right now, sir.
That was. How do you see these surprises coming? wasn't that surprising.
Surprising.
Undead Thong, come
Anyways.
on. I saw that coming from 10 miles away.
But what I will say, what I also want to throw out there is that, Mike, I want to jump into the World Anvil stuff you have. Just didn't have a chance to do it tonight, but I want to check it out. That sounds really cool. And then also, for the thing that I threw out there, what I did was I took a 2-dimensional art piece for the Belfast stuff and turned it into 3-dimensional. And I'm using something called willow wood, aka wood from willow trees. I've never worked with this before, and it is a fucking pain in the ass. But I'm working on it and seeing what we can do. So,
Isn't it? Is willow softer wood? I feel like it'd be a softer wood than a.
So willow wood is a softwood, but what's crazy about it is that, like, when you expose any kind of moisture to lumber, it like its grain pattern like pops, like it gets fuzzy, right? And so the idea is that, like, if you're making a table or you're making whatever, that, like, once you start to get it into the shape it is, you hit it with water and then, like, sand it down, and then you don't have that anymore. And what's really weird about this fucking wood, which, by the way, willows, if you've never lived in a place with willows, you can literally just take a bucket and throw like sticks from a willow tree into it, and it will start to grow roots, and then throw that, once it has roots, in the ground, and then you will grow a willow tree. Like, they are very like virulent, like they just want to go. And so working with this, because this was some cutoffs from a table that I built for my mom like a couple months ago, as I paint it, it gets like super fuzzy. So I sand it down, and then I paint it again, and it gets super fuzzy. So I sand it down and I paint it again, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not gonna keep going. Like, willow wood is not a good artist wood, but it is good for this product. So that's what we're doing. So, anyways,
Tom, what time on Saturday, by the way?
I think, like, shoot for 6. Like, show up around 6. If you show up like 5:30, that's cool. If you show up after, that's cool too. So yeah.
Well, you can show up at like 10 to help out.
But you're gonna be closed now, so yeah, for sure. Does everybody, like, know the story of Bunnicula by any chance?
Was that
The
Dracula,
children's
but he was
story,
bisexual?
The bunny, the rabbit. Dracula?
So Kevin, you started and then you were like, no, but yeah. So it's a story that I think the initial story was written in the 80s, and it's the idea of, like, this vampire bunny, this vampire rabbit, and, like, the other animals that live in the house with it. And I read these like a couple of these stories when I was a kid, because it came out, because, you know, I'm old, and they were super fun. And apparently my mom would read these stories, or a series of them, to, like, 8th graders waiting for the bus, and the 8th graders were like, don't read anything else, like, wait, I'm gonna go back tomorrow, I want to know more. And so I've recently, with, like, voices, read through the 5 or 6 books that are part of the series, and Tarna's loved them. And she's like, Dad, Halloween and pumpkin carving this year, we're gonna make a Bunnicula. And so tonight, before, like, we went up for bed and everything, she and I were, like, sharing, like, design ideas. I'm like, so on Monday, I got done with the gym and I went and sat down and drew some pictures. So I drew some pictures. So what do you think about these? And she's like, yeah, I don't like any of those. I was like, okay, well, let's start with them, because you have no idea of positive and negative space, and then we'll do this. So, but I think we've gotten to a point where I do not anticipate that this will be, like, the winner of the year, But I'm very excited because she's like, Dad, this works. And I was like, yeah. And that is the first year that we've like kind of like both agreed, like culminated on a concept. So I'm excited about it. And then
can't wait to meet Jen.
Jen, are you coming to pumpkin carving this year? I mean, shit, yeah, come on down.
I didn't even know about it. I would have definitely come.
All right, wait. So Jen, where in Connecticut do you live currently?
Shelton.
Okay. And where is Shelton in regards to, say, Greenwich?
Oh, about a half an hour north.
Oh, okay. So it's going to take you roughly 2 hours, and then another hour and a half.
Where are you?
Maybe an hour and 45. So it's going to take you 4 hours to drive to Methuen to do a pumpkin carving and then drive 4 hours home. Yeah, perfect. We'll see that. Okay. Yeah,
are you still in Lewiston or Auburn?
Methuen.
Where are you at?
No. So the pumpkin carving, the pumpkin carving happens at my family's barn in Methuen. But Methuen is basically on the border between Massachusetts and New Hampshire. And where you are,
about
I would roughly guesstimate that it would be 3.5 to 4 hours to get there. No. And then
it takes me
turn
4
around
hours
and go back
to get to Augusta. Not Augusta. I can get to Auburn or Lewiston in 4 hours. So it would take me about 3 to get to New Hampshire.
I think that whatever app you're using is Crazy Town, or you have secret time warp tunnels. One or the other. So okay.
My whole life. I've been going up to the
jet engines on her side of her car.
This is why I invited Jen to this, because she's like, guys, I've got warp tunnels. You want in?
100%.
Yeah, and then you took away teleportation.
Mm-hmm. And then
typical Tom shit.
But anyway,
yeah, fuck speed limits.
So
no, I definitely would have been 100% down for that. Unfortunately, this Saturday, I didn't know about it, but this Saturday is state championships for Jade's fall marching band competition. So I am going to be attending that. But I would love to know about pumpkin carving in the future.
Yeah. So what I want to say is this, is that next week, depending upon how it goes, maybe it'll go another session, maybe it won't. I don't know. It depends on what you guys are doing, how healthy and hale you are, etc. But you are at the end of book 4 of this adventure. Take that as you will. I think I'll send a message to Savanus midweek to let him know what his new find has presented to him. And I think that's it. So
how many books are there total?
There are 9. I think it's 9 books total.
Okay.
I think at this point it might be fair for me to do this. Let's see if this works. Does this work? No. Hold on. No, I'm not going to open this up. I'm going to go into. You know what? I'm not even going to do it. What I'm going to do is this. This week, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of what Lee looks like in this book, as well as another image. And you're going to be like, yeah, we would have known that was the fucking bad guy from the very start, which was why I did not share that with you. So. But. Alright, everybody. Good fight, good night. You're not dead yet. No, you're not dead yet. Alright. I hope
Have a
everybody's
good
having.
night, guys.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having fun, and I'll chat with you all later.
Good night.
Later.
Later, guys.
Later.